Hey, what's up guys? I'm gonna unbox and review this HDMI 2.1 cable by RuiPro. Now this is a fiber optic cable, and if you're wondering how is that different from a standard copper cable, well, the copper cables are really designed for shorter length. Now I do have some HDMI 2.1 cables that I use for my PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and for my RTX 3000 card. However, if you want to go further, notice this is a 15-meter cable or a 49-foot cable. You do need to go fiber optic so you won't have as much signal loss or any signal loss if that is the case. So, I mean, it supports all of this, you know, 8K 60 frames per second, 4K 120, ARC, enhanced audio return channel, VRR, ALLM, all of that stuff, uncompressed audio, Dolby Atmos, all of that stuff. So, yeah, so this is the cable, just like a normal cable, except you have a source and you have a display. So this is directional, so you do have to connect. So if I was hooking this up to my PS5, I would hook up the source to the PS5 and the display to my LG C1 OLED TV. And you don't need power for this. It's just like a normal HDMI cable, except as you guys can tell, this is a pretty long cable. Now, in the event your screen is blank, you're not getting the signal, they provide this power adapter, in a sense, that draws power from the USB port, a 5-volt USB adapter, and you connect your HDMI 2.1 to this. Now, you can hook this up to either the source or the display. It doesn't matter, and it'll draw power, and it should get you the signal. In order to get 4K 120 frames per second, the source needs to support it, the cable needs to support it, and your TV needs to support it. So in my case, with my PlayStation 5, that supports it, the cable supports it, HDMI 2.1, and my TV supports it, which is an LG OLED C1 TV that's a 48-inch that I use as my monitor. So if I right-click, go to Display Settings, if I scroll down to Advanced Display, you could see that I'm using it 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz. And I have a RTX 3090, which again does support 4K 120 frames per second. That's why you see it from this menu. On the PlayStation 5, to verify you can get 4K 120 frames per second, you go to Settings, you go to Screen and Video, and you click on Video Output Information. Over here, you're going to see that it's actually running at 60 Hz. It's at 3840 by 2160 at 60 Hz at the top right. But if I scroll down, you could see that under frequencies, HDR and non-HDR, it can go from 24 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz. And this is because the cable supports it. Now, not all games support 4K 120 frames per second. In fact, most games do not. You could see that I can turn on the high frame rate mode. So this feature requires 120 frames per second.